everyone, and welcome to the Stitch Sessions. Happy New Year! We're at the start of a brand new year and a brand new chapter on our crochet journey, as well as many other projects I'm sure you've got on the go. I found myself caught up in the last minute Christmas giving rush where I just didn't plan properly, and I realized at the end I was really crunched for time to get a lot of my crochet projects ready. So I thought to myself, what would be a great way to start off the year? What would be a better way than to talk about how to plan your crochet projects, especially for gift giving? Because a lot of times we misjudge or we overshoot the amount of time we think it's going to take us to make something, especially if we've got several projects on the go, as many of us do have a lot of works in progress. So I thought I'd take some time today in this video to discuss planning projects, how to go about working them out, and we're also going to have a little checklist that you can find on our website, and we're going to leave a link for it in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. So on that note, let's take it point by point. First of all, think about who. Who are you making the gift for? Is it a friend? Is it a parent? Is it a sibling? Is it a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend? Really give that some consideration. Secondly, when do you need it done by? What is the date? What is the occasion that you're making this for? Is it a birthday? Is it a baby shower? Is it a wedding? Is it Christmas? How much time do you have between now and the deadline date? And how much time can you realistically devote to working on the project? So in my case, I found myself stuck for time because I was working on this, it wasn't a baby blanket, but it was a blanket for a toddler, but it was done in modular pieces. And I really thought that I would whip through making the pieces really quickly and then I could just construct it together. But because the shapes of these pieces were a little irregular, I had to figure out how to construct it and make it all work. And then I had to do the border and sew it up. And before I knew it, it was Christmas Eve and I was kind of having a breakdown. So you definitely want to really think about the amount of time you have, the amount of time you can realistically devote to putting the project together, and kind of how fast you can crochet, I guess, in a way. But definitely things you want to think about when you're thinking about what to make and when you need it for. Next, what is it for? So as previously discussed in the date of the particular item, like is it for a wedding or a baby shower, what is it going to be used for? Are you making a baby blanket? Are you making a baby sweater, a hat, booties? Think about that when you're thinking about what to make for that particular person. Ask yourself what they might need most. Are they ones that are spending a lot of time outdoors? Maybe they could use some cowls or some scarves, some mittens. If they like to spend a lot of time reading by the fire or by the window, maybe a lapgan or an afghan would be a nice gift to make for someone. If it's for a wedding, what would that person like? What do you think they would use it for? Is it going to be a pretty shawl for the day of the wedding? Is it something that they can use beyond the wedding date? So keep that in mind when you're trying to think about what to make for that special someone. Okay, so I think we've covered all the main points on how to really plan out your project. So you need to, number one, figure out what or who it's for, what it is that you're going to make for that person. If there is a specific date, which usually there is, when this project should be done by, how much time you have and how much you can realistically devote to it, and where you think they would use the item most. And so that should help you figure out what to make and how you can plan the work that needs to go into it accordingly. So having said all of that, A lot of times at the beginning of a new year, a lot of people like to do things like working on calendar blankets. It's a great way to get together with other people and work on a project that you can work on a little bit at a time from now until the end of the year. And in a way, it's a great way to plan a major project. So some people will do it by temperature. They will gauge the temperature every day. Some people will have a specific theme and they'll make one theme for every month. So they know that each month they're planning a part of the project, and by the time they get to the end of the year, they will have completed that project, which is a great way to actually plan out to make sure that you can finish that project. So you have an end deadline date and you've allotted so much time per month to get it done. So it's a great way to plan a project. But instead of doing a particular blanket, I thought it would be a great idea to work on a specific gift item for each month of the year. So I thought we would do the 12 gifts of crochet. So each month, we're going to work on a particular project that can be made as a great gift for someone, whether it's for somebody's birthday or for Christmas. So I thought what we would do is each month work on a particular project for a theme in that month. So this is also a great way to plan for birthday gifts as well. So in our next video, we are going to talk about our first gift of crochet for January. So that's coming up in our next video. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Hopefully you found these little tidbits helpful to you, and maybe I've missed something. If I have, make sure to leave me a comment in the comment box below, or you can always email us directly at info@crochetcrafty.com. And in the meantime, I will make sure to leave a link that takes you directly to our website where you can download the free PDF of the checklist on how to prepare and how to plan out your gifts ahead of time. But in the meantime, everyone, if you find our tutorials helpful and you like hanging out with us, make sure to click the subscribe button so you'll know every time we upload a new video. And feel free to share it with your friends if you find that we can help anybody else out. Happy crocheting, everybody, and we're going to see you next time. Bye!